guys, welcome to this week's questions. Obviously disappointing result on the weekend. Unfortunately started slowly, kicked 5 behinds in the first quarter and couldn't exert any scoreboard pressure on the Cats at any stage. And the game was pretty much an arm wrestle up until about the 18-minute mark of the second quarter, and then in 6 minutes of footy they scored 4 goals from memory. So the score went, I think, was 3 points down at that stage, so quickly flew out to 27 points. We managed to peg it back at various stages, but couldn't get quite the second goal that we're after in a row, or second or third goal in succession, so we couldn't get it below that single-digit figure. And unfortunately, we gave up 3 centre bounce goals in the last quarter, which, as we spoke about, is like a knife through the heart. So let's go through some of these questions. Asprey was effective as a forward. Are you going to persist using him forward instead of in defence? Well, it's probably on a needs basis from our point of view. Look, Dave probably got beaten a couple of contests early through Hawkins, but to his credit, and this is why we really like him, he presents really hard. He took a couple of great lead-up marks we saw, had 2 really good kicks inside 50 to Jack. The one thing we know about Dave Asprey, will give incredible effort, and he's a very smart player. So what we've got to see is hopefully some more goals. Obviously he's one of the goal he kicked on the day, but we're really happy with the way he presented. He runs the ground very well. So look, it might be something we'll look at going forward. We probably prefer him in defence. He's been reasonably solid down there, but he does provide that option of going back and forward from our point of view. So as you saw from that contest, he's a terrific contested mark also. So it was a good game from Dave. We're disappointed he got beaten down back, but yeah, it is something we'll look at possibly going forward with. Why play loose in the back line and let Taylor play loose? Yeah, that's a very good question. Harry Taylor was never loose at any stage. What you'll probably find if you go back and watch the tape of these examples here, he's an elite player of the competition for this exact reason. He's on players. What he does is he reads the ball incredibly well. So we effectively tagged in the second half. Harry's got an uncanny ability, and this is why, as I said previously, he's an elite player in the comp. He just, for example, playing on a young player in Ben Lennon, who's still learning to play the game, he automatically knows when Ben isn't going to be used and will drop off accordingly. So from our point of view, one of our key focus points was to never allow Harry free. There was a brief period in the first where he got free from stoppage because Geelong brought a winger back to pick up his man, which released. But other than that, Harry's just an elite player, and you know, his contested marks were very good, and I think we gave him the votes in the Coach Association also. So it was probably an illusion of sorts, but it's mainly because he's very good at what he does. Why doesn't Vlosten go into the centre bounces? This kid's a leader. Let the kid play, as we'll follow him. Yeah, we agree. He's an impressive young man. Probably hasn't got the natural running capacity at the moment to play as a full-time midfield role. He will play in bits and pieces through the middle. We think at the moment he's playing his best footy down back. You know, he wins possession gains. He can use the ball really well. What he's got to get better at is running, you know, to create. From that point of view, you can see a lot of these possessions at the moment are through contested possession and possession gains. But what we really want him to get better at is the ability to use his decision making for his disposal, because he's an elite kick and elite decision maker. So we're looking for him to become a different version of Basher Hooley, so to speak. What are the coaching staff to do to reinforce the importance of taking risks and playing positive footy? It's a very good point, Jeff. The big thing with most teams, as you'll find, is you're never quite as good as you seem, and you're never as bad as you think you are. So from our point of view, there's a lot of bits of play here which you'll see, which unfortunately we start off really well, but for whatever reason, through Geelong's good pressure or a skill error, we just don't quite make the play. But overall, we're probably one of the only sides in every game this year that has won the inside 50 battle. I think there's us and Hawthorn that have won every inside 50 battle. So our good form, whilst not there at the moment, is not too far away. And our players know that. We show them reinforcement through great bits of vision like this. You know, our KPI indicators are all relatively strong. There's a really good article on the AFL website basically stating what we're saying, that our good form isn't too far away. So whilst we're not happy with our ladder position at 2 and 3 at the moment, we've generally had relatively the same amount of scoring shots. Our indicators are on the way up, so we think a win's only around the corner. But we've got an enormous test this week versus the Kangaroos, and we're looking forward to taking on that challenge head on. So we'll see you next week.